We dream winter comes, when life is frozen, when the moors they hide away under the snow, fingers of doom will clutch the chosen, all beasts will shiver from the lion to the crow. When winter comes, when times are starkest, when the wailing of the wolves fades with the sun, the wilds are numb, the days are darkest, the fates of many cease to rest on only one. Wars will not hold the winter over and under.
Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. And good evening, sim racing fans. Welcome to 1 to Go Studios coverage of the 2021 Spring Summer Lightspeed Racing League Xfinity Series presented by Grid Finder, Wilder Graphics, the Buttkicker, Sim Speed Shops, and Track Time Entertainment. Tonight we bring you coverage of round 13 live from Watkins Glen International in Watkins Glen, New York. I'm Harold Darner for 1 to Go Studios. Thanks for tuning in. The guys actually started a little earlier tonight, and we've already got qualification out of the way. So let's get to the grid for tonight's Buttkicker 52 at the Glen. All right, starting on the pole is Justin Wilson, and he will get that cap from, put a cap on that from our buddies at Sweatless. Outside him is Dylan Gomez in the 27. Inside of row 2, Adam O'Brien. And outside him is Adam Brady. Michael Benedetto and David Dunwoody, row 3. Row 4, Landon Quisenberry and Ira Kohlhaas. Row 5 is Anthony Giuliano and Kevin Gunther. Michael Jeans and Leonard Frost are in row 6. Row 7 is Jimmy Weaver with Craig Sassman. Seth Ryder and Cameron Hearn will be in row number 8. Row 9, Christopher Couric and Pat O'Brien. Row 10 will be Michael Cooper and Patrick McVicker. And rounding out the field in the 21st position in row 11 is Anthony Ludi. That is your starting grid by the Grid Finders. Find your place on the grid at the Watkins Glen International here in Watkins Glen, New York. We're running the Old Cup circuit, so without Das Boot. So this is going to be the quick time around of the older style Cup Series with the Xfinity cars here at Watkins Glen. As they're taking the long way around, let's give us time to get our things in. So our pole award going to Justin Wilson in that 58 car. As you see right there, 113,741. Let's get to our presenting sponsor for the pole award. It's our Pull Award sponsor, Train More, Sweat Less. The cap will be going out to Justin for putting down the fastest qualifying time. We're getting ready. We got the 2 turns, and then we're back. We'll get to green flag racing. And we'll see Kathy Joe checking in on our Facebook. This is the Glen left and right turns here for the Lightspeed Racing League. Guys, 52 laps. Race leader Justin Wilson going to lead us off. The pace car is off. And we're getting ready to go down the long straightaway to start off the race here at the Glen. And you see the smoke of the tires as they slamming on the brakes down turn number 1, heading into the S's and up the hill. Justin Wilson leading the way with Gomez and Adam O'Brien, your top 3. This is going to be a little bit of a different racing style for the Lightspeed guys. Most of these guys only participate in oval series. We have a little bit of calamity in the back. It looks like Pat O'Brien, as he's off track. There's a contact with Christopher Couric and Anthony Ludi back there as well. We get back up to the front here. So Justin Wilson leading the way down the short at final left, and then the right-hander back to the stripe will be the first lap down as he's pacing the field about 1.5 seconds over Dylan Gomez. O'Brien, it's like a challenge there about where Anthony Giuliano is as we're coming back down into turn number 1. For those of you that know this track well, know that the Cup Series has included now the boot, Das Boot, which we are not doing tonight. So the current Cup configuration for NASCAR is coming out of the S's down the carousel and entry into the boot. But we do not have the boot in tonight. We're using the older style Cup Series. I think that was from 3 years ago was the last time the Cup Series ran the carousel direct to the last 2 turns. As Justin Wilson in that 2-second lead. And we can get into another quick sponsor ad here from the Grid Finder. All right, now it's from the Grid Finder. They were the sponsor of our grid for tonight, and they will be the sponsor for the results. The first lap, which we didn't get to coverage on, was presented by Sim Speed Shops. They specialize in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shops manufacturing sim racing hardware, utilizing the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life racing components when available. Customize your hardware and rig today. Visit www.simspeedshop.com. As Justin Wilson is almost 4 seconds ahead of the rest of the competition. He's just walking away early here with 3 laps completed once he crosses the stripe here. Getting back at the other part of the field, that's Mike Jeans there. And Landon Quisenberry. It looks like David Dunwoody behind them. And Andy Giuliano hard off the turn number 1. You saw him in that 17 monster car sliding all over the turn 1. 15 of Cameron Hearn, passing David Dunwoody there. Cameron in the 15 Tabasco. He's been away from racing with the light speed guys for some time now. It's good to see him back on track. So we have a slight lull. Let's get to the schedule. There's the schedule. Currently at the Glen. We'll be at Talladega next week, followed by Charlotte, Nashville, and New Hampshire. So only a few races left in the championship hunt. Coming to the standings, Landon Quisenberry leads with Michael Steffen, Justin Wilson, Ira Kloss, Adam O'Brien, Anthony Giuliano, Dylan Gonez, Rudy Fontaine, and Couric with top 10. Everyone currently still on the lead lap. Leaders lap times 1 minute 14 seconds as we see Cameron Hearn up underneath Landon Quisenberry as he drives on by. Ooh, Anthony Giuliano around in that front clip. Heavy damage. And he's in a spot right there. Anthony Giuliano. Pat O'Brien having issues as well. But Anthony Giuliano, big hit there as you saw the front clip off of his car. Early on, 6 laps down of the 52. And Adam O'Brien, that's the 20, that was the 75 or the 775, and the 27 that was for second and third. Here further back in the 8th spot, that's Quisenberry and Gunther coming through the carousel into the short chute. The battle for second again. Adam O'Brien challenging Gonez on the outside, coming to the stripe and down to turn number 1. This is for the second spot. Gonez has the inside line. Adam's going to just tuck in behind him as they make the right-hander into the S's, and up the S's they go. At the 75 wide on turn 1. See David Dunwoody there. Being passed by Ryder. Mike Jeans on camera now in the 6th spot. Back to the second of Gonez and O'Brien, as now Brady is catching up to this group here. Front 2 guys. But Wilson checked out with a 9-second lead over the remainder of the field. We're going to have Brady. He's currently scored in the 4th. Mike Jeans in the 5th spot, and that's Michael Benedetto and Cameron Hearn. Cameron Hearn now moving up into the 6th spot. They're moving up through the S's up the hill over the bridge on this back straightaway heading into the bus stop. Anthony Ludi and Anthony Giuliano, Ludi, Giuliano, and Weaver here. And who's that? That's the Christopher Couric in the 24 behind them. Oh, 24 and a 25 make contact going to the bus stop. 17 into the 25. Calamity in the bus stop there. They're looking at the 6, so I believe that's McVicker. Anthony Ludi trying to get onto the racetrack, just sliding through the grass. When they get back going, it's Ludi and Anthony Giuliano. Anthony Giuliano. The 77, currently in the 4th spot. Mike Jean coming up behind him, and Cameron Hearn. Working lap 9 of the 52. '77 wide in the bus stops, and that allows Jeans and Hearn to drive right on by. So put Brady back in the 6th spot now. O'Brien all over the back of Dylan Gomez coming into the final left-hander. Cameron Hearn a little squiggly off the left going in the final right-hand turn back to the straight. Gomez, O'Brien as they cross over down into turn number 1. A couple little packs are developing here between the 2nd and 3rd, the 4th and the 5th. It's the 7, 8, 9, and 10 all together as well. That's Ryder and Benedetto there as Ira Kohlhaas moving up into the position. Kohlhaas looking for getting into the top 10. So Anthony Ludi and Anthony Giuliano entering the turn number 1 with McVicker right behind them. Anthony Giuliano down a lap here in the 20th spot. Battle for second between the 27 and the 775. Heading into the bus stop. Wilson now 12 seconds over the rest of the field. Through the carousel on the short chute, they go. Brian being real patient with Dylan here. As we just got there, we saw Dylan having some problems as we were in his in-car. Dylan Gomez in his in-car. Completely stopped on the track at 1 second. So let's try to get with the next guy. He's able to still stay ahead of O'Brien. Does that allow Cameron Hearn and Jeans to catch up? So now it's a 4-car battle for second. And the 77 of Adam Brady joining the party. So it's 5-car battle for the second spot. Right in front of them is Patrick McVicker. And the 27 is going to go on the outside, and 775 on the inside. Well, they're going to split him down the corner. It looks like 775 of Adam O'Brien is going to use McVicker as a pick. And now Dylan's able to get back to the inside in turn number 1 as Cameron Hearn is on him now as they're going to the S's. 27 and the 775 battling up through the S's here. 775 has the advantage now, moving up over the bridge. Oh, 27 sliding the grass, hits the Armco barrier, coming up to the bus stop on the straightaway. So that puts Dilly back in the 5th spot. Cameron Hearn now looking at the 775. The Tabasco 15 car getting behind that Black Magic Big Jim Cookie 775 for the 2nd spot. Mike Jeans in that 08, not too far behind him as we're going through the short chute in the final 2 turns. "16 cars on the lead lap. 2 cars pretty close to being lapped. That's Sassman and Couric in 15th and 16th. As Justin Wilson is pulled away 16 seconds to lead over the 2nd place car of Adam O'Brien. Justin Wilson almost an entire second faster than the rest of the field. As Adam O'Brien is working to stay ahead of Cameron Hearn and Michael Jeans coming up into the bus stop here. Adam O'Brien, 0 incidents, doing a pretty good job keeping that car clean. Behind him is Cameron Hearn. He has 5 incident points. Ingenue with the incident points. Incident points that occurred on road racing, but 1 point for leaving what the iRacing calls the racing surface. In various areas, sometimes there's only 2 tires, sometimes it takes 4 tires for that. 2 is usually light contact with another driver. 4 is usually a spin that causes contact with a wall or such, or hard contact with another race car. So with 0 incidents means nothing has gone wrong thus far with the 775, as the 15 is looking for a way to get around him. With 70% fuel, these guys will have to pit under green flag conditions, as there should not be any cautions tonight. They're now caught the number 17, which is off pace at 775, is looking for a way to get around Anthony Giuliano. He does here in the carousel, and the Cameron Hearn working around in there. Mike Jeans behind them, but Justin Wilson with a commanding 17-second lead as the caution flies. And I believe this is a competition caution, which it is. So they were going to use competition cautions. Not sure if it'll be 1 or 2. But that is competition. Yellow is going to bring the field back to each other. We'll see what the front guys do here. Justin Wilson catching the pace car. Justin Wilson had almost an 18-second advantage over the rest of the field while we're waiting for yellow flag pit stops. Let's hear from the event sponsor, the Buttkicker.
Buttkicker, racing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
Be sure to use that code LSRL on your next purchase at the Buttkicker. Feel what you've been missing. Save yourself some dough. 20% off using the code LSRL. Is Justin Wilson, currently your race leader. See if he comes down pit lane as they come around the pit entry. It looks like everybody's going to come down that's eligible on this lap. There's the 58 going to go down there. Followed by the 30. Who's Craig Sassman? He's down a lap. Everybody's coming. It's a couple guys stayed out. I believe that's McVicker, Giuliano, and Pat O'Brien. All these guys are probably trying to get their laps back. Or a lap back. Pat O'Brien, by virtue of staying out, gets back on the lead lap. He'll get that wave around from the pace car. See everybody getting 4 tires and fuel. And Justin Wilson come back out as your race leader. Just give us time to check out our other title sponsor, Wilder Graphics. If you're looking for a new paint scheme for your crew, your car, or anything else that you might need some graphics for, check out Wilder Graphics and take a ride on the wild side. Alright, check out Wilder Graphics. And I was going to say, it looked like the pace car was going to get ready to go this time with the lap cars up front. Not sure why they were not waved around. They should have been. Anthony Giuliano going to run down pit lane. Lights are off on the pace car this time, and still no wave around. See why? Looks like they're going to put them on the outside. Looks like Anthony's manually going to wave the cars around. And now McVicker has been given the wave around. So hopefully we get ready to get back to green flag racing. A little bit different here, left, right, and how they do some things. So, you know, they had to manually send people around the pace car. All right, so we have 18 laps completed as we come around to green here. So you watch the pace car will dive off. Justin Wilson will have command of this thing. Pace car waits to the very last second. He dives off. Justin Wilson taking the green flag. Flagman waves them high in the air. Cameron Hearn in the second spot, Gene's third, Adam O'Brien fourth, and Ryder in the fifth spot. As Ryder dives underneath Adam O'Brien, as we got a car around in the corner, and I believe that was Ryder. So the 58th taking off with 15 in hot pursuit. Gene's behind him, and Adam O'Brien up to fourth. Adam Brady now in the 77 in the fifth spot. Cameron Hearn has his eyes set on the back of the 58. Not going to let him get off to that huge lead he had in the first segment. Wilson and Hearn into turn number one. You saw McVicker not that far in front of them. McVicker is now a lap down, looking to get maybe back down two. The lead round did help Pat O'Brien. Pat O'Brien is in the 16th spot and is the last car on the lead lap. Into the bus stop, the top two, Wilson and Hearn. Then about a 3-second gap back to Gene's and O'Brien. Wilson catching up to the lap traffic of McVicker. Coming into that last left-hander and going to look to get around the 6. McVicker stays low on the last right-hander. You see all the race leaders going wide off the final corner. McVicker going to let them go around them. Cameron Hearn fastest lap, 1:14.399. Yeah, these two have a substantial 3-second gap between them and third place. And in third place is about 8 tenths over the fourth spot of Adam O'Brien. And then almost a second back behind O'Brien is Brady. So fairly spread out, except for the front two here. And Cameron Hearn taking the bus stop in a weird angle and ends up in the litter. And that's going to let Wilson just go, as it's a 4.5-second lead over Gene's now. And we saw Cameron Hearn take that corner at bus stop and just basically upset the car and send him right there into the sand on the bus stop. And Wilson all by himself now, completing lap number 21. That is Turek and Ryder. Ira Kohlhaas there as well. There's Gene's and O'Brien. That's second and third, with Brady and now Gunther the top 5. So second through 5 pretty close to one another. But Justin Wilson again back out to a commanding lead, 4.6 seconds to his advantage. Ryder and Couric and Kohlhaas. And Ryder and Kohlhaas are 8th and 9th. But Wilson, O'Brien, as well as Gunther, Benedetto are the only 4 drivers with 0 incident points for tonight's race. Looking at Ira Kohlhaas in the 29. Ira had a 3rd place finish yesterday in the Cup Series at Kansas. And his teammate Brandon Massey was the winner last night. Ooh, 29 locks it up. And it ends up connecting with the wall. You see Giuliano coming out. That's final left, now to back into the final right turn up to the start-finish line. That's Michael Benedetto. Looks like that's turn 1. The bottom of the hill. And it's taking that to right. And caught the rumble strips and turned him around. Working lap number 23. Weaver under attack by Dunwoody, and that's for the 8th spot. Looks like Couric, who's down a lap, is behind them. 24. Benedetto's in the 10th spot, and he's behind Couric. McVicker sliding through the bus stop in the grass. We're looking at the battle for 8th. Now back to McVicker and Kohlhaas. McVicker's down a couple laps. Kohlhaas and Frost, that's for 11th. Like Cameron Hearn has left the racetrack. Being scored currently now 2 laps down in 18th spot. Ira taking the corner in turn number 1, looking for a way to get around the 6th car, and he does. Battle for 4th between Brady and Gunther. 27 and the 23. You see Joe checking in. Joe drives in number 5. And unable to get into the races tonight. He's cheering on for Dilly G, who's in the 6th spot. Looking at Adam, Brady, and Gunther there, and that's the battle for 4th. And Josie's sitting in ATL, huh? Sitting in Atlanta Airport is probably too far from his race setup to actually be racing. He's 77 at 23 doing battle going into the bus stop. Lap number 25. Tight racing between the 77 and the 23. So Wilson off to about a 7-second lead over Mike Jeans. And then about a 1.5 back to Adam O'Brien. That's your top 3 as we're watching Brady and Gunther fighting for the 4th spot. Coming off the last corner. Cameron Hearn has disconnected from the service after taking a bus stop in a spot that catapulted his car into the sandbox on the inside of the bus stop. Working on lap number 26. And once the leader crosses the line, it will be halfway, so he'll see the cross flags when he passes on through. Leader Justin Wilson, almost an 8-second lead now over the number 08 of Mike Jeans. These guys are passing Pat O'Brien. Pat O'Brien putting out that final left-hander right into the Armco barriers, and that's going to be it for him. So halfway through tonight's race. We'll continue to watch the battle for third. Weather by Lottie'sTravelWorld.com. If you're looking for any kind of vacation, either hotels, car rentals, airfare, all-inclusive cruises, and more, check out Lottie'sTravelWorld.com. Weather for the Buttkicker 52, partly cloudy skies, air temp 76, the track cooled off a little to 96 degrees, relative humidity 10%, with the wind barely moving out of the north at 2 miles per hour. Your weather is sponsored by Lottie'sTravelWorld.com. Race summary at completion of the lap number 27. Race recap for the Buttkicker 52. Justin Wilson, your leader. We've had one caution for competition for 3 laps. 20 drivers started the race, and Justin Wilson had the fastest lap of 1 minute 14 seconds. And 2:98, and you see McVicker taking that final left-hander a little bit too wide into the grass. Race recap sponsored by Track Time Entertainment. They're located in Texas, and they build custom driving simulators with a personal touch. Rigs are fully customizable with color options and utilize 80/20 US extruded aluminum. These rigs offer a wide range of adjustability, as well as different options for wheels, shifters, and keyboards. The possibilities are endless. If you can dream it, Track Time Entertainment can build it for you. You see Wilson passing lap traffic there. He's almost a 9-second lead over Jeans, and Jeans has about a 1.5 gap over O'Brien. And then we're looking again at Brady and Gunther. That's 4th and 5th. And O'Brien around Michael Benedetto. It looks like that's Sassaman going through the bus stops. He would be parked. Looks like he's parking it right there. And looks like he may have disconnected. No, he's hauled a tow truck from that spot. Adam O'Brien in the 3rd spot as he's gotten past Benedetto in the 55 machine, who's a lap down. Battle still rages on for 4th. And then this you can see Dilly G in the 6th spot as he crosses the start-finish line. Ooh, the 23 of Gunther at turn number 1. Got him really loose, but he's able to gather it up, not lose too much time. But he's now a little bit further back from Brady, no longer in position to put on an attack as he has been for the last few laps. .30 of 52 getting worked on here. It's the 17 of Anthony Giuliano with Leonard Frost. Landon Quisenberry, the point leader in front of them. Quisenberry currently in the 17th position, 3 laps down, as well as Anthony Giuliano. And Leonard Frost currently in the 10th spot. And it looks like there was contact made between him and the 17. But it didn't upset the 11 that much, but 17 gets contact with the Armco barrier in the bus stop. But Seth Ryder has called it quits in the 152. Patrick O'Brien, Cameron Hearn, Seth Ryder, and Craig Sassaman, I believe, will be the next one. But he did call for a tow truck. He's currently being shown 3 laps down in the number 30 machine. 3 cars have officially disconnected, and 4 cars look like they're going to be down a lot of laps here. The lead lap cars end with the number 11 of Leonard Frost in the 9th spot. This is Ira Kohlhaas. Ira Kohlhaas is in the 8th position. He's working around Couric with that car. Maybe 20 laps to go when the leader crosses over here. Ira Kohlhaas, these leaders will be not too far behind him. .08 of Mike Jeans, the 2nd spot, 10 seconds behind race leader Justin Wilson. You see Adam O'Brien within a 2nd of Jeans as he's working around, Jeans is working around Anthony Ludi in the 25 Navy machine. He takes him on that final right-hand turn. So does O'Brien. Dylan Gonez and David Dunwoody that was in that last shot. Eric and Kohlhaas in the bus stops. Adam Brady, Kevin Gunther, Jimmy Weaver, all on pit lane. Puts Dylan Gonez into the 4th spot. There's Mike Jean and Adam O'Brien, 2nd and 3rd. They're coming up on lap trap at Anthony Giuliano. Moving on to Talladega next week, or next Wednesday. As a reminder to all of our fans for the Lightspeed Racing League, the Friday Cup Series has been rescheduled to Tuesday nights. So next Tuesday, we'll be back here with the Cup Series as Dylan Gomez coming down pit lane with Adam O'Brien. So Wilson and Gene staying out. We're working lap 34. That the Wilder Graphics Cup Series has been officially moved to Tuesday nights. So we will be there Tuesday night at the Glen, followed by a Wednesday night race with the Xfinity Series at Talladega. It's like Giuliano and Benedetto around in the bus stop. And that's Michael Benedetto and Giuliano. They're back onto the raceway. Ira Kohlhaas working with Couric, and that's Adam Brady, who after pit stops looks like he's going to be in the 5th spot. Now, Kohlhaas has not pitted yet, as well as Jeans and Wilson have not pitted. Dylan Gomez has moved into the 5th spot, Brady in 6th. Adam O'Brien is in the 3rd spot. It puts Adam O'Brien in the highest spot of those drivers that have pitted. It's going as we're looking at Ira Kohlhaas going into the short chute here. Four cars have retired. 8 cars on the lead lap. Wilson, Jeans, O'Brien, Adam, Jonas, Brady, Kohlhaas, Weaver, and Leonard Frost, all the cars on the lead lap. You see Wilson there has just gotten around the 23 of Kevin Dunker, putting him a lap down. He's now looking at Leonard Frost and Jimmy Weaver in front of him going into turn number 1. 17 laps remaining. And Justin Wilson, race leader, working on lap traffic at number 11. See Gunther there in the 23. He's a lap down in the 7th spot. He's trying to reel back in race leader Justin Wilson, trying to get back on the lead lap. Jimmy Weaver is in the 6th spot as you see Wilson getting bigger in his rearview mirror. Working lap 37 of the 52. Coming out of the carousel. Actually, coming off of the S's, sorry. And into the bus stop. Anthony Ludi, he's down a couple laps. Trying to get around him is Justin Wilson. He will. Now into the carousel, and Jimmy Weaver's just in front of the 58. Into this short chute, and the left-hander coming up. Justin Wilson putting in 1:15.9s. Rest of the field slightly slower than that. Adam O'Brien posted his fastest lap of 1:15.112. So he's about 8/10 quicker than Wilson right at the moment. Ross down below Anthony Ludy. Is Quisenberry behind Ludy. Working lap 38 of the 52. As you see Quisenberry and Ludy here through the bus stop. Up turn number 1, that's David Dunwoody. That's Michael Benedetto behind him. Looks like Justin Wilson may have come down pit lane just recently and given the race lead to Mike Jeans. And there's David Dunwoody at 46 off the carousel. Mike Jeans coming down pit lane this lap. It looks like everyone will have pitted except for Leonard Frost, who reset their stints heading into the final segment. 13 laps remaining. Adam O'Brien looking for a way to get around Currett. That's Michael Benedetto spinning out in turn number 1. The Adam O'Brien, and that's Mike Jeans that just came out of the pits. So we're going to move Adam O'Brien up to second for the time being, up the S-curves, with Jeans looking for a way around the traffic of Couric, who's now currently in the 3rd spot. Working lap 39 of the 52 laps. Got 12 more laps, 13 more laps that's already coming up here. As Wilson has a 15-second lead over Adam O'Brien. And it looks like Mike Jeans in a little sideways coming off that second to last corner. And that's allowed Adam O'Brien to get about 5 seconds between him and Jeans. And 2 lap cars between them. The 13 laps remaining in tonight's racing. Last lap by Justin Wilson was under 115 and 114.663. About 4 laps every 5 minutes. About 15 more minutes for this race to be over. As we're looking at Ira Kohlhaas, currently on the lead lap in the 9th spot, as Justin Wilson's trying to get him a lap down here, coming to the stripe. If we complete lap number 40, so it'll be 12 laps to go. Justin Wilson was going to go underneath. He thought against it. Now found his opening, and he's down and under and around Ira Kohlhaas. Behind Ira is the 17 of Anthony Giuliano in that monster car. And the 11 and the 75. The 75, whoa, hard into the outside wall goes Landon Quisenberry. And it was Leonard Frost on the inside. It looks like Leonard Frost coming down pit lane. And he's the last car to pit. And we're getting close to the final 10 laps. Landon Quisenberry hard into the outside retaining wall. McVicker and race leader. McVicker down another lap. He's 4 laps down. Justin Wilson with a 16.5 second lead over Adam O'Brien. Frost and the outside of the 735 into the bus stop. Frost being scored a lap down. 7 cars on the lead lap. Gunther in the 23, the last car on the lead lap. Mike Jeans now 6 seconds behind O'Brien in the 3rd position as he's working around Michael Benedetto in the carousel. Only driver with 0 incidents is the race leader, Justin Wilson. Ten laps to go here at Watkins Glen, New York, with the Buttkicker 52 with the Xfinity Series. Anthony Giuliano hard off that corner. We were watching him into the Armco barrier. That's race leader coming up on the 75. Adam O'Brien continuing to work his pace here. He's 18 seconds to race leader Justin Wilson. About 5-second gap back to Jeans. Race leader behind Ludi and Quisenberry. They come to the flag, the end lap 43. There's Justin Wilson catching up to the lap traffic in front of him going into the bus stop. Looking to find a way around the 2 lap cars, the 75 and the 25. He goes inside on the carousel. Going to go on the inside of Anthony Ludi in the 25, and he's able to get around them. Adam O'Brien to get within 18 seconds of the lead here when he's working around those two. Slowed him down a little. Wilson, O'Brien, Jeans, Billy, and Brady, your top 5. That's Gomez there with Benedetto behind him. He's shown a lap down. So again, 7 cars on the lead lap. Kevin Gunther to 23, the last of the lead lap cars. Wilson, O'Brien, Jeans the top three. Mike Jeans slides the carousel, able to keep it on the racetrack. Hunter Frost looking a way to get around Michael Benedetto here. Adam O'Brien's caught McVicker, looking for a way to get around him, allowing Justin Wilson to get almost to a 20-second lead. As Adam O'Brien looking to come up the S's around Vicker. He does, clears him. And Dylan Gona is around Couric. Dylan back about 37 seconds behind the race leader. Mike Jeans in the pits right now. We'll come out with about 5 laps to go. Put Dylan Gonas up into the 3rd spot. And Dylan Gonas right there in 3rd position. And Leonard Frost being shown a lap down in 10th. Justin Wilson now stretches his lead out to almost 22 seconds over Adam O'Brien and 17 seconds back to Gonas. All right, 5 to go given to race leader Wilson. So 5 laps left. He's putting in 1:15.5. Brian McVicker around in turn number 1 as Quisenberry is able to get around him. So about 7 minutes left in tonight's race. Quisenberry going through the corner there, like he hopped the track with a 1X off to the bus stop. Ira Kohlhaas, he's being shown the first car down a lap in 7th. He's catching up with Anthony Ludi in the 13th position. Ooh. Oh, man. Benedetto out of the corner sends Ira Kohlhaas hard in the Armco barriers in turn number 1. And it looks like Mike Jeans has disconnected. hard hit for Ira Kohlhaas, as it looked like Michael Benedetto coming out of pit lane came down into Ira Kohlhaas, sending him into the Armco's off of the corner. Four laps remaining. Justin Wilson is Dylan Gones in your third spot in that 27 Ginger car, one of the Wilder Graphics designed vehicles. Victor locking the brakes up in the bus stop, going to allow Dylan Gones to go around him on the carousel on the inside. Three laps to go. Kevin Gunther 102 ahead behind. Oh, and Michael Benedetto sliding through turn one into the grass and under the Armco barrier. That's where him and Ira Kohlhaas made contact last lap. David Dunwoody coming up charging behind Ira Kohlhaas, and this is for position for 7th. David Dunwoody has caught Ira Kohlhaas. Does he have enough time to get around him? That'll be for the 7th spot. 2 laps have been given. Signal has been given to the race leader of Justin Wilson. He has a 27-second lead over Adam O'Brien. There's David Dunwoody making the pass around Ira Kohlhaas, putting him, the first car, a lap down as they come up the hill to the S's. Rating at 77. He's currently in the 4th spot. And Justin Wilson just got the 1 to go signals, or 1 to go from 1 to go Studios. Final lap for the number 58 of Justin Wilson. Commanding lead of almost 29 seconds over Adam O'Brien. And then there's about another 15, 16 seconds between him and Dylan Gones. So heavily spread out at the Glen here tonight, as race leader Justin Wilson getting through the bus stop on the final lap at the Glen. He comes around that last turn, right-hander. The checkered flag's in the air. Into the stripe. Your race winner, the number 58 of Justin Wilson. He'll bring this home for the LSRL Xfinity Series. And there's your race winner, the number 58 of Justin Wilson. Say it was Adam O'Brien and Dylan Gones third. Now here's your results. Wilson, O'Brien, Gomez, Brady, and Weaver, the top 5. Gunther, 6th. David Dunwoody in 7th was a lap down. Ira Kohlhaas, 8th. Better Frost, 9th. 2 laps down was Michael Benedetto. Christopher Couric in the 24 was 11th. 2 laps down. Anthony Ludi, Quisenberry, Patrick McVicker, Mike Jeans in the 15th spot. Anthony Giuliano, Seth Ryder, Greg Sassman, Pat O'Brien, and Cameron Hearn. That is your results for the LSRL Xfinity Buttkicker 52, presented by the Grid Finder. Find your place on the grid. And line to their cars for the group photo here. All right, that we got everyone here, so we will pull in Dylan Gomez. Billy, we got you.
Hello.
And you're on the booth, man. You wave hey to your peoples.
It's hot in here.
It's
Cheers.
hot. So Dylan Gomez in his Ginger 27 brings it home 3rd here in New York. Close to Canada, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of a jaunt for me, but
Well, it's closer than Florida.
oh yeah.
So
Oh,
especially a rough race. The Glen's never easy with these big cars.
yeah, for sure. I knew I was probably not gonna win once I seen that 58 join, and was hoping to have a good battle with Adam. We seem to like stick to each other like glue damn near all these previous races, but kind of bended into the wall, and that kind of ruined my race, and had to do the repairs and climb my way from the back. And I don't know what happened to Michael Jeans, but he was clear 12 seconds gap for me, so I don't even deserve to be here, to be honest. Should be Michael Jeans your interview, and he had a hell of a race, but here I am. I'll take it, I guess.
All right, 3rd place, man, for Dylan Gomez, the 27 Ginger car out of Canada at the Glen tonight. Dega next week for the Xfinity cars. You get one more shot at the Glen with the Cup Series next Tuesday.
Hopefully I can finally get one of them wins. Got a butt ton of top 3s now. It's time to get a W here.
All right. You want to thank anyone before we let you go, Dilly?
Oh, absolutely. He's a Sweatless Guys, Wilder Graphics, One to Go Studios, of course. Buttkicker, obviously. And the turnout. Usually road courses is not really good turnout. All the boys showed up. Thanks, everybody, for coming. It's a good turnout. It's always better with car count, right? So
yeah, always better would be a lot of. All right,
yeah.
Dylan Gomez, 27. We'll see him next Tuesday back at the Glen with the Cup Series.
Right on, man.
All right, we'll go and move this on. Moving on. Adam O'Brien. Pull him in. All right, Adam, Captain Caveman O'Brien, my co-pilot from Friday night, brings it home in 2nd at the Glen. Did that help you any with the Corvette?
No, not at all. This car was completely different.
Okay, well,
It was a totally different beast. It didn't have the downforce like the Corvette, so I was having to learn the car all over again.
Definitely, and you didn't have Das Boot either.
No, I kind of wish I had the boot. Maybe I had a better chance to catch Wilson.
Wilson was on fire for sure. He was pacing you guys by
Oh, yeah.
seconds every lap. It was amazing watching him get through this course clean. You did pretty good, man. You got off the track one time, it looks like, for one incident point, but still
Yeah,
pretty
only
darn good.
once. I'll take one incident point over anything else during this whole race because I had a few moments where I should have put it into the wall and ended my night.
There were a lot of that. I think that's what happened to 08. I think he came in off the final left-hander and met the Armco barrier.
That's gonna hurt.
So, yeah, I mean, usually when I make a mistake at that spot, I usually go too wide and end up in the gravel there. But I saw a few people having issues, coming in and smacking the Armco barrier.
Yeah, I saw a couple of that, especially with lappers when they tangle up with each other, they just aim right for it.
Oh yeah, the Big Jim Cookies machine out here. So who you gonna thank, man?
Gotta thank Brian Sharp of Big Jim's Cookies, Andy Dunwoody of Black Magic Designs, Harold Darner with Travel with an Angel, Cole from Colaki Performance, Kinetic Chassis, Colby Pierce with the No Pass Media. I gotta thank Fish at the admin box. I gotta thank everybody for putting the event on, you broadcasting it. It was a lot of fun tonight.
All right, Adam O'Brien, second place tonight. It was pretty good. I mean, it's last week you won at Kansas, so 1-2 in 2 weeks. That's a pretty good system so far. Next week is anybody's race. We're going to Dago.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be the first car to probably get wrecked, but it's still gonna be fun either way.
All right, Adam O'Brien, second place tonight. We're gonna get with race winner Justin Wilson. And Justin, man, you're in the booth with Harold. That 58 purple car, heavily dominant tonight. It's like almost like you were just throwing in practice laps.
Yeah, Watkins Glen's always been a good track for me, and the trick of the trade there is just to be slow and don't overdrive it. And whenever we were running that race, I noticed people were really driving it in and powering it off, and I knew we would have the long run speed just taking care of the rear tires.
Yeah, your second place driver was my co-pilot in the 6 hours that we did for the IMSA, and I was asking him a little bit about the car differences. We were in the Corvette C8s. Definitely a different package, as he was saying. These big cars are really hard to take care of. You got to back the corners way up, and I've had talks with Chris Buescher when I was working with the Roush guys, and I had to talk to him when they were at Daytona, and I was like, man, if iRacing's anything like you guys are doing, I don't know how you do it. Having to had those corners so far back. I mean, you're braking with these cars almost, like as soon as you get off the International Horseshoe. So they're big, hard, and heavy braking zones, and you had it right, man. You got to take care of the tires because otherwise you're going to just get the car to loop, which we saw a lot of guys tonight looping, getting right into the Armco barriers.
Oh yeah, like I said, I mean, you're comparing it to the Corvette. I mean, they got a lot more downforce, and these cars do not have that kind of rear downforce, so they like to slide everywhere. So you really got to take care of them.
Oh, we enjoyed the C8. The C8 was definitely a lot more forgiving car. If you made a mistake, you were able to get it back underneath you. Not so much for these cars. The horsepower package with the Xfinity series, especially. But you made it look pretty easy. I didn't see you get out of shape at all tonight.
Oh yeah, like I said, I mean, I was adjusting brake bias throughout the run, kind of lower, just really backing my corners up and shifting into those higher gears a little early, so I didn't have to worry about tire spin. And I mean, really, that's all it really boiled down to, is just really driving the track and not really racing anybody. You get into that rhythm, and you just go for a drive. That's what's great about the road course racing with these stock cars, is you're really just racing yourself. And when you get really dialed in, that's when you realize you'll start running everybody down.
Yeah, that's I've heard that from several drivers that the oval discipline is pretty much racing your competitors, but when you get over to the road racing, it's more about you against the track, and you just happen to have other cars out there with you.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
All right, Justin, we're going to Talladega next week. We have a Cups series has moved to Tuesday nights, so they'll be at the Glen either way, we'll see you hopefully with one of those. I know you've been taking a few weeks off and back with us here tonight.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely try to make as many as I can. Work and life and everything else can get more important stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say thank you guys for putting the show on. Everybody here at the league for letting me run. Guys racing. I mean, a group of guys. Yeah, had a good race there, and yeah, man, I'm excited about this one.
All right, it was a good win, and you also have one of those Sweatless hats also heading your way. I believe you already have one.
No, they told me it was only one. I got to think, and that just reminds me, I got to send a picture. So thank you.
You only get one, okay?
I only get one. Yeah.
They didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I got told that one today. I completely forgot.
Yeah, we like to get the pictures back out to the Sweatless guys for putting that on. So you've given me information that Anthony hasn't even given me. So it's only one and done for the hats. Okay, so you don't get a whole bunch of them. That'd be kind of cool. You have like a whole wall of like these hats. Where'd you get those from? Oh, it's on my polls. So all right.
Yeah,
but you did win the poll tonight, and you were the fastest car throughout the night, most laps led, and the victory for you tonight.
Yes, sir.
All right, Justin Wilson, man, we'll talk to you later. Congratulations on your win here at the Glen.
Yep, catch you on the next one.
All right, so that's everyone for tonight. We will be heading out to the Glen with the Cup Series on Tuesday night. Next Wednesday, we're at Talladega. We're going from the road course to the wide open mega super track of Talladega. So until then, I'm Harold Darner with One to Go Studios. We'll see you at the next turn. What an exciting race brought to you by One to Go Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's one to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you at the next turn.